That's a big giant cake pop. We just came from Starbucks. We're having a little snack. Wait, are you okay? We're having a little snack and we're waiting for Kira to come out of school. And yeah, what did we just buy?
Christmas pajamas.
And what are yours?
Blue hoodie ones.
Blue hoodies?
Blue hoodie feety pajamas.
We are excited.
Do
See you later, guys.
Do they have footy on the bottom?
Yes. Are you excited?
I didn't see them. I didn't see the footies.
We'll look again, okay?
Look right now.
See you guys later. Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. I am so happy to be back here again with you. I am having so much fun with this. I know we're only 3 days in, but I'm having such a good time. I'm finding a balance between all the household stuff I have to do and getting Vlogmases done. Yeah, it's all good. It's a good thing. So, as promised, I am now sitting on the other side of my dining room. Oh, sorry, earthquake there. I'm on a really tiny little tripod on the dining room table. So, as promised, I am now sitting on the other side of the table today so that you can see my little Harry Potter tree right there. I will take you on a proper tour in just a moment, but I love this tree. And again, right about there, okay, I still can't, I don't understand why I can't, right there, what's wrong with me, is a little scarf that I made for a friend's daughter's birthday party last year, and it was a Harry Potter themed party. I don't remember if you remember me talking about that in a past episode, and I sewed house scarves for the party, and I made 4 scarves that had all 4 house colors. So that is one of those there wrapped around the tree. So again, I will take you on a little tour, and as you can also see, right over there, haha, I did it, right over there are days 1 and 2, and those are labeled with the names of the colorways. So there's my little tree. It's very, very tiny. I don't know that hubby would let me have one much bigger than that, considering that our big one is right over there. I think 3 trees in the house is more than enough, and then I have another one outside, so but I love it. He's in the corner. It's mine. I love it. So yeah, so what happened yesterday, Sunday, was the first Sunday of Advent, and my husband's side of the family decided to resurrect a little tradition. For about the first 4 or 5 years after Kira was born, every Sunday of Advent, there are 4 Sundays, for those of you that don't celebrate or may not know, there are 4 Sundays in Advent, and my in-laws and sisters-in-law would come over and give Kira gifts every Sunday of Advent. And it was really, really wonderful, but then it started to become a little bit much, because it was gifts all the time. So we sort of, we weaned off of that, and we hadn't done it in years, and then they decided to resurrect it this past Sunday. And you know, trust a husband to say to you, oh, you know, Mom and Jillian are coming over this Sunday, just they want to see the kids. I said, okay, great. But then I walked into bags of presents and opening gifts, and I went, warning, please. No warning whatsoever. So, yeah. So anyway, it's okay. It's all okay. So we'll see how that goes this year. Of course, the kids are loving it. I think it's going to be a lot of stuff in the house, but you know what? I'm very grateful to have family that loves the kids so much and just wants to see them happy. So that is a really, really good thing. And I was also lucky to spend about an hour or so with my dear friend Ellen, who is knit by a lefty, and we just met at the little local Starbucks that is perfectly situated between our homes, and we just kind of spent an hour just sitting there chatting and having a good time. That was the little bit of footage in the beginning of the 2 of the balls on the table there, and yeah, we just kind of chatted and caught up. I hadn't really had a chance to talk to her since she got back from hanging the stars and the hearts in Pittsburgh for the Jewish Hearts for Pittsburgh that she was co-founder of. So that was nice, just catching up with her and, you know, decompressing and talking things over. Yeah, so that was really great. But then when I came home from that, we kind of had, I walked in and I left Chris here with the kids. And when I came in, I saw that the truck was gone, but my father-in-law's car was here. So I thought, okay, so I come in and I said, where's Chris? And my father-in-law said, oh, there's a big fire going on. He had to go. And I went, oh, okay. Okay. Now, for any of you out there who are spouses of firefighters, I don't know about you, but I don't, we've been doing this for 20 years now. He's been on the department for 20 years, so, well, 18 years. So I don't panic right away. I don't freak out or panic or get nervous right away because it depends. And now that he is a chief, he was recently promoted. It doesn't always mean he's in the fire. Most of the time he's on the outside telling the rigs and the trucks where to go and telling everybody where they need to be and what they need to do. So, yeah, so I didn't panic right away, and it was a big fire. He came home just before I was ready to put the kids to bed, and I opened the door, and as soon as I opened the door, the smell of smoke hit me. And if you've never smelled smoke from a fire like that, it doesn't smell like a cigarette. It doesn't smell like a barbecue. It doesn't smell like, you know, blowing a candle out or burning something in the kitchen. It's a very different smell, and I find it slightly disturbing, more than slightly. But he came in and he was reeked of it. He was covered in it, and there was soot on his face, and I didn't ask about the details right away. Obviously he had been closer to it than I thought. He came home, he was fine. But we say prayers together at night as a family in one of the kids' rooms, and we gather together, we hold hands, we say our prayers, and as we were getting to the end of our prayer, he said, you know, and please watch over the 28 families. And I went, there I go again. There were 28 families that were displaced in this fire because of this fire, and now have no homes for the holidays. They now have no homes, whether it's for the holidays or not. And I felt guilty and grateful in equal measure. I don't like feeling grateful based on someone else's misery or misfortune, but that said, I did feel incredibly grateful to be with my family in our home, safe and sound. My children are getting into their beds. Everything was fine. He came home from that. And again, it goes back to my last podcast where it's so important to help one another, you guys. Just give as much as you can. And I know it's a hard time of the year, and there's so much that we're spending money on and doing things for, but if you can, try. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, it was a hard evening. So anyway, yeah, so that I wanted to share with you, and that threw me off a little bit. It threw me off. It definitely threw me off, but I wanted to share it because it's not all knitting and, you know, coziness and Harry Potter trees. There is real life that interferes, and I think that's probably what hit me yesterday and why I wanted to, yeah, it just kind of hit me. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with all of you. I hope that wasn't too much of a downer. I know this is Vlogmas and it's supposed to be happy, so let's move on to some knitting. Thank you for listening too. Thank you very much for listening to that. So let's talk a little bit of knitting. I finished a sock. Finished another mini sock. I think this is number 15. So that one is all done. And does anybody out there, any of you knitters, makers out there know of a mitten, of a sock blocker that's this size? Can you recommend one if you know of any, or I cut a little blocker out of like a foam mat, but I just couldn't get the size right. So if anybody has any suggestions for blocking these, I would love to hear it, so let me know. This is going to be my next sock, and I love the colors in this. Can you see that? It's all sort of orangey browns and blues. There's some silver in there and white and gray. I just love this colorway. And for those of you who may be wondering, I am using all of the Advent minis from the first Legacy Fiber Arts calendar that they did in 2016. So I'm not sure if any of these colors have been repeated, or they may have been repeated to some degree in the yarn since then. I really couldn't tell you. Sue, Chelsea, if you guys are watching, have you repeated any of these colorways? Are they repeatable? Because this one's really, really beautiful. This would be a great sort of Christmas or holiday colorway. Just a thought. So this will be my next one. And I wanted to show you, I ripped out my mitten, the little mitten that I was doing. I ripped it out, and you know what? I'll show you more. I'll show you that for day 4. Yeah, I ripped it out and restarted again because I felt like I was using a 2.5, which is a 1 size needle, and I just felt like the cuff was going to be a little bit too wide. So, and I had only done just a tiny little bit, so it didn't hurt to rip it out. So I ripped it out, started again, and it looks so much better. So I will definitely share that with you later. Yes, and I think we should open some yarn, you guys. Let's open some yarn. Let's start with, of course, we have to start with Legacy Fiber Arts. So let's do that. I just got a little notification on my phone, so I just got that out of the way. Oh, this is so soft and pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, Legacy Fiber Arts, day 3. It is just limey and creamy and beautiful. I know the sun is kind of blowing it out a little bit. Oh, there you go. There, you can really see it now. Look at that. I love this. Beautiful. Oh, I know, I go on and on every day, and you're going to get sick of it after a while, but I love these so much. There's just something about minis. But, okay, that is Legacy Fiber Arts. Let's do Homespun House. Ooh, wait, let's feel the bag. Are there any hard things any goodies? Hold on, besides the goodies, that is the yarn. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! Look at that, you guys. Hold on, let me get my hand in there we go. Look at that color. Oh my gosh, let's turn this around. Beautiful. I love it. See, this is Molly. This is a homespun house right here. This bright, rich, vibrant color. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Thank you, Molly. And I have to show you where I'm hanging the the homespun house minis. So I will show you that on another day, but beautiful. So that is a homespun house. Let's put that one over there. And now we have our little Harry Potter. This is Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Horde yarn. So let's open this one. Hold on. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Woohoo! Look at this one. Oh, love that, you guys. Look at this. And Carolyn Bloom, if you are watching, I know what you're thinking. These were never my colors, but how can this not be a color that you love? Oh, I love this so much. And as we know, this is a Harry Potter colorway. So let's see what the name of this color is. I've got my little chart right here. This is day 3. Oh, nice. Perfect. Nailed it. This is the Basilisk. Oh, isn't that perfect, you guys? Well done. Absolutely nailed it. I love it. So I will be taking off a little ball and popping this. You know what? Let me show you. Hold on. Let me grab one. Okay, so here's my little empty ball, and I just pop off the little hook there, and these just pop open. You just turn them, and they pop right open. So what I do is let's go this way. this way. So I put this in and I sort of roll it in, like I feed it in here. Then I get the other side and try not to catch the yarn in the seam. Let's see if this one works for me today. It may not. It definitely takes a little while. This is gonna take a while, but I'll show you at the end. No. Okay, but the point is, it will sit, as you've seen already, it will sit right in there like this. And then I just add the hook back on and I pop it back on the tree. And I will add a little label as I've labeled the others. So I will do that and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, wait, I'm still fighting with it. They stay. Like I said, it just takes a little while. So that is Basilisk. Let's look at that again. From Yarn Cafe Creations. Love it, love it, love it. So there we go, you guys. What else did I want to say? So let's do our question. I feel a little scattered, but that's okay. Let's do our question. So the question from day 2 was, would you rather be a jack of all trades or a master of one? And for my friend Celine, who didn't understand, she's from France, and I think the wording of it and the phrase jack of all trades was a little unclear for her. Celine, what that means is, would you rather be good at a bunch of things, whether that's, for in our world, that might be knitting, crocheting, spinning, sewing, quilting, whatever. Would you rather be good at all of those things, just good at them, or would you rather be a master of one? So would you rather be really, really great and amazing at just one of those things? Many people said, we got a few masters of one, but a lot of people said based on what's in their worlds, they would rather be a jack of all trades. And you know what? As much as I'd want to be a master of one too, and I think my mastery would be in knitting. That is my passion. That is what I get excited about and what I think I'm pretty good at. I think just based on my life and my interests, I am also a jack of all trades. So I think I would lean more in that direction because I can crochet a tiny bit and I sew, I quilt, I have spun yarn, I have a wheel downstairs, which I really need to bring out for the new year. You know, I'm pretty handy with a glue gun. So yes, I would say that I've got a little bit of, as much as I want to be a master, I tend to lean in the direction. My life has taken me in the direction of jack of all trades. So yes, that is that. I don't have much more yarn to share with you. I'm going to have a lot more to show you for day 4. But let's do day 3's question. Day 3, the question is, what is your favorite holiday time movie? Now, I am getting these questions from 2 books, if you're interested. I have 2 of these books. One is 3,000 Questions About You. I found these on sale at Barnes & Noble for like $5 or $6 and couldn't resist because they're great openers for journal entries and things like that. So I wanted to just explore my own mind with these. So this is the first one. And the other one that I found is 3,000 Would You Rather Questions, which I thought, oh, there's my tag. Okay, so the tag is still on for $6.98 at Barnes & Noble. So 3,000 Would You Rather Questions. And again, they make you really stop and think. So that's where the thought of adding questions to Vlogmas came from, because I love the answers, and people's answers to these questions have been so great. I think people are running with this. So thank you to everybody that is participating. So again, today's question is, what is your favorite holiday time movie? Now in the book, I changed it slightly. It said holiday time cartoon. So if you want to answer cartoon or movie, feel free to leave that down below, and I will be answering my question on day 4. So thanks, guys. I think that's all I have for you today. I'll have lots more on day 4 to share with you, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye, you guys. And stay tuned for some footage of the Harry Potter tree. Hang on. So here is my tree, you guys. Here is a much closer view. We have a little Hedwig-esque owl at the very, very top. And there is a little Dobby. and all of the empty balls just waiting to be filled. And I have Luna, and these are from blind bags, Harry Potter themed blind bags that you can find at Michael's or, you know, near the checkout at Target or anywhere like that. And that one my friend gave me. I love it. So there's quite a few owls in here. There's another little owl, and there are the two balls. That's day 1 and day 2. And as you can see, I have labeled them. Of course, these labels are going to go away eventually once things are knit up, but I just thought it would be cute to add and helpful to add the labels on. And there's Dumbledore watching over everything. And we have Harry, of course. Let's turn Harry around a little bit. And there's Harry. And we've got Ron right there. Oops, this little guy is feeling a little shy. There is another beautiful little owl. And here is an actual Hedwig from the blind bag. And of course we have to have a cauldron. And there's another Harry in his Gryffindor scarf. And there's Hermione in the corner. This one came from, it has a Hallmark tag, but we actually, my friend found these at Target. And there's Ron hiding behind a branch. And I have another one that I just realized I forgot to add. So I will add that on for day 4. That other ornament is on my other tree, but it needs to be over here. So I will move that. But here's my tree, you guys. And there's Harry.